small town nestled amidst rolling fields and quiet countryside, a seemingly ordinary day took an extraordinary turn when a local farmer unearthed a mysterious object in his backyard. What began as routine yard work soon became the talk of the community as he discovered something that defied explanation. A massive and strange-looking artifact buried beneath layers of earth and history. What secrets could this ancient relic hold? And how did it come to rest beneath the farmer's peaceful fields? Join us as we explore 20 fascinating discoveries of a massive object found in people's backyards and the incredible story behind its surprising identity. Number 20. Dinosaur Bone. A Portuguese homeowner made an astonishing discovery while doing construction work in his backyard. Amid the digging and building, he stumbled upon fossilized bone fragments. Wanting to know more, he reached out to paleontologists for help. Their excavation revealed something truly remarkable. The bone fragments were just a small hint of a much larger find. Buried beneath his yard was the massive skeleton of an 82-foot-long dinosaur, making it the largest dinosaur skeleton ever found in Europe. This incredible discovery started in 2017, when the homeowner first noticed the fossilized bones. After contacting experts, a thorough excavation began, uncovering more of the enormous dinosaur. Researchers identified the skeleton as belonging to a sauropod, a plant-eating giant with a long neck and tail. This dinosaur stood about 39 feet tall and stretched up to 82 feet long. Sauropods roamed the Earth approximately 160 to 100 million years ago during the late Jurassic to early Cretaceous periods. This finding provided researchers with a unique opportunity to learn more about these colossal creatures that once dominated our planet. The discovery not only thrilled scientists, but also shed light on the fascinating prehistoric world. Number 19. Haunted Doll. In Houston, a family encountered a peculiar and eerie situation involving their daughter's doll. Originally gifted to Emily Mia's daughter as a Christmas present in 2013, the doll appeared ordinary at first. However, it soon began displaying bizarre behavior. Initially capable of singing and talking when activated, the doll unnerved the family by making sounds even when turned off. Initially speaking only English, it gradually started alternating with Spanish, adding to the unsettling atmosphere. Concerned that the doll was malfunctioning, Emily's husband disposed of it by double bagging it and burying it deep in their garage, ensuring it was taken away by the garbage truck. They believed the issue was resolved, only to be shocked when the doll mysteriously reappeared inside a wooden bench in their backyard, not just once, but twice. Convinced something supernatural was at play, Emily turned to social media for advice, marking the doll with her daughter's distinctive markers each time it returned to prove it was the same one, eliminating the possibility of a prank or a replacement. As a last resort, Emily sent the doll to a friend, Chris Hogan, in Minnesota, without disclosing her address. Despite Chris's doubt about the supernatural, he humorously taped the doll to his Jeep's brush guard to prevent any unexpected escapades. Number 18. Stolen church silver. In a remarkable turn of events, 3 centuries-old silver artifacts, pilfered from St. Peter and St. Paul's Church in Watford, Northamptonshire, during a daring burglary last summer, have resurfaced in an unlikely place, a quaint garden backyard nearby. The serendipitous discovery unfolded on the eve of New Year's Day, when James Patmore, while preparing his garden for a forthcoming house move, unearthed the historic treasures hidden amidst overgrown foliage. These stolen relics, including a precious chalice, an ornate silver flagon, and a delicately crafted silver-plated bowl, carry a rich history dating back to their original donation to the church in 1720. The burglary had left the local community reeling as cherished pieces of their religious and cultural heritage were snatched under cover of darkness. However, the perseverance of residents and diligent searching efforts have now borne fruit. The recovery took place at Laundry Cottage on Church Street, where the diligent efforts of a resident clearing the garden led to the unearthing of these priceless items. Despite this fortunate find, authorities continue to appeal to the community to remain vigilant and search their surroundings for the remaining stolen silver pieces. Among the still missing items are a valuable silver elms dish, a distinctive silver patent, an intricately designed silver bread holder, and a rare silver and mother-of-pearl baptismal shell. Number 17. Sparkling Diamond. 8-year-old April Sante's backyard adventure in California turned into a dazzling discovery when she unearthed a sparkling diamond while gathering golf balls. Initially skeptical, her father, Gary Sante, suspected the gem might be a fake, possibly a cubic zirconia. To verify its authenticity, he performed a series of tests, including scratching glass with the diamond, a classic method that confirmed its genuine nature. The diamond, now confirmed to be a 1-carat gem valued at approximately $1,000, has become a cherished possession for April. She plans to hold on to it for now, though its unexpected windfall has sparked excitement among her friends and family. This remarkable find not only adds a touch of glamour to April's backyard exploits, but also raises interesting questions about how such a valuable gem ended up in their backyard. The Sante family, who have lived in their home for a decade, remain curious about the diamond's origins. April, born in April, now boasts a captivating tale to share with her third-grade classmates, a story of luck and discovery that has made her backyard a place of wonder and surprise. Number 16. Saving butterfly population. Tim Wong, an aquatic biologist at the California Academy of Sciences, embarked on a mission in 2012 to revive the rare California pipevine swallowtail butterfly population in San Francisco. Once abundant in the region, these butterflies had dwindled due to habitat loss and the scarcity of their main food source, the California pipevine plant. Undeterred by the challenges, Wong located the elusive pipevine plant at the San Francisco Botanical Garden. With permission, he took clippings home and employed self-taught methods to propagate them. Wong then built a specialized screen enclosure in his backyard to safeguard the butterflies from predators and ensure ideal conditions for their breeding and growth. Starting with just 20 caterpillars, Wong nurtured them on the pipevine plants. Over time, his efforts bore fruit as thousands of caterpillars thrived and metamorphosed into butterflies. Each year since 2012, more butterflies have been observed flying, laying eggs, and completing their life cycle both in Wong's garden and in the San Francisco Botanical Garden. Wong's dedication and innovative methods have not only revived the California pipevine swallowtail butterfly population, but also inspired conservation efforts for other endangered species. His story underscores the power of individual initiative in preserving biodiversity and restoring ecosystems. Number 15. Roman Villa. In 2015, Luke Irwin, a farmer from Wiltshire, stumbled upon a remarkable discovery while laying an electrical cable in his barn. Beneath the ground, he uncovered a mosaic floor that hinted at something far more significant buried beneath. Intrigued, he continued digging and unearthed what turned out to be a remarkably well-preserved Roman villa right in his backyard. Recognizing the historical importance of his find, Irwin contacted archaeologists, leading to an extensive excavation that revealed a villa dating back to the Roman Empire's heyday, around 175 to 220 AD. This villa is not just an ordinary find. It ranks among Britain's largest and most astonishingly preserved Roman villas. During the 8-day excavation, archaeologists unearthed a treasure trove of artifacts that shed light on the villa's inhabitants and their lifestyle. Among the discoveries were intricate and colorful mosaic floors, ancient Roman coins depicting emperors and symbols of the era, beautifully crafted pottery, and exquisite pieces of jewelry that spoke of wealth and sophistication. One of the most intriguing finds was a small sarcophagus believed to have held the remains of a child, adding a poignant dimension to the villa's history. The presence of underfloor heating and expansive courtyards suggested that this villa once housed a wealthy and influential Roman family, possibly involved in local governance or trade. Number 14. World's largest rose bush. In Tombstone, Arizona, people find the world's largest rose bush, known as the White Lady Banks rose. This giant plant covers an incredible 9,000 square feet, making it the biggest of its kind on Earth. The story of this rose bush begins in 1885. A young Scottish bride named Mary moved to Tombstone with her husband Henry in 1884. Feeling homesick, Mary received a box of plants from her family in Scotland, which included cuttings of the Lady Banks rose. Mary shared one of these cuttings with her friend Amelia Adamson, and they planted it in the backyard of Amelia's boarding house. To their surprise, the rose bush thrived in the harsh Arizona desert. By the 1920s, it had grown so large that the new owners of the boarding house, James and Ethel McKeah, had to build a trellis system to support its massive branches. This structure not only helped the rose continue to grow, but also created a shaded patio that became a favorite spot for guests. Every spring, the rose bush bursts into a spectacular bloom, covering itself with thousands of small white roses. The fragrance, often described as similar to violets, can be smelled from blocks away. The blooming season lasts for about 6 weeks, from March through April, during which the town of Tombstone holds an annual rose festival. Number 13. Rusted safe. In 2018, Matthew and Maria Kalana Emanuel from Staten Island, New York, made a startling discovery in their backyard. For years, the couple had noticed a metal box under some trees, assuming it was just an old electrical box, and never paid much attention to it. It wasn't until a deer damaged the surrounding plants that they decided to do some landscaping and finally inspect the rusty box. To their amazement, the box wasn't an electrical box at all, but a safe. Curiosity piqued, they opened it, never expecting what they found inside. Typically, safes are meant to protect valuable items, but it's rare for one to be discarded with treasures still inside. However, the Kalana Emanuels hit the jackpot. The safe was filled with cash, jewelry, and other valuables worth approximately $52,000. This included about $16,300 in undamaged cash. Along with the valuables, they found a piece of paper with an address. Intrigued, they traced the address to a neighbor who had been robbed years earlier. The robbery had taken place the night after Christmas in 2011, and the safe had been stolen but never recovered. Without a second thought, the Kalana Emanuels returned the treasure to their neighbors, reuniting them with their long-lost valuables. Number 12. Den of snakes. This house has a troubled past, with previous owners leaving suddenly. Now owned by Chase Bank, it briefly went on sale in January, then was withdrawn on September 2009. It seemed perfect for the Sessions family. Ben and Amber Sessions thought they had found a bargain, purchasing it for less than $180,000. However, shortly after moving in, they were shocked to discover the property was overrun with garter snakes. The ground around their Rexburg, Idaho home seemed to writhe with snakes, numbering in the hundreds. The situation quickly turned from a dream home to a nightmare. Snakes were everywhere, even climbing the walls, their presence so pervasive that the Sessions could hear them moving about. To make matters worse, their water began to taste like the odor of the snakes. The house likely sat atop a hibernaculum, a winter den for snakes, where these reptiles gather in large numbers to hibernate during colder months. According to Rob Cavallaro, a wildlife biologist with the Idaho Department of Fish and Game, during spring and summer, the snakes disperse across southeast Idaho. However, as temperatures drop, they return to these dens to huddle together for warmth and breeding in the spring. Number 11. Massive beehive. Carolyn Walker simply steps outside her home in Salina, Texas, and into her backyard, where a natural haven unfolds before her eyes. Thanks to her neighbors' efforts, the yard is teeming with diverse trees and bustling bird life. However, what unfolded next took Walker by surprise. During a routine tree trimming by her neighbor, a colossal beehive was revealed clinging to one of the trees. To handle the unexpected discovery, Walker sought the expertise of Rainey Rogers, a seasoned beekeeper with a passion for his hobby spanning nearly 13 years. Rogers, who also serves as the mayor pro tempore of McKinney, Texas, took on the challenge eagerly. Known for his dedication to beekeeping and civic responsibilities, Rogers approached hive removal as a true labor of love and community service. The hive itself was a marvel in Rogers' eyes, a treasure collection of beekeeping. Its sheer size was unprecedented in his experience, prompting him and his son to carefully relocate it to their backyard in McKinney. Rogers, motivated by a deep reverence for nature, emphasized that relocating bees without harm is a mission close to his heart. On his 1.5-acre property, he meticulously transferred the hive, preserving each of its 15 to 20 honeycombs with utmost care. Number 10. Diamond Ring. In 20, Mary Gramps, a resident of Alberta, Canada, was diligently tending to her garden when she experienced a heartbreaking moment. She realized her precious diamond ring was missing. Despite her thorough search efforts, the ring seemed to have vanished without a trace. Fearing disappointment for her husband, Mary decided to replace the lost ring with a similar, less expensive one, holding on to hope that she would one day find the original. Years turned into a decade, and then, in 2017, a surprising discovery unfolded. Mary's daughter-in-law, Colleen Daly, was harvesting carrots from the very same garden where the ring had been lost. As Colleen unearthed one particularly robust carrot and began cleaning off the soil, she noticed something gleaming amidst the dirt. To her astonishment, the carrot had grown through the missing ring, with the vegetable now adorned like a miniature finger wearing a tight band. The ring, snugly encircling the carrot, had somehow found its way back after 13 years. This remarkable tale not only brought joy to Mary, now 84 years old, but also fascinated the local community and garnered attention from news outlets. Number 9. 3-feet-long earthworm. On a sunny afternoon in Christchurch, New Zealand, young Barnaby Dignan, aged 9, was exploring the riverside near his family's property. With a sense of adventure typical of his age, Barnaby was digging around when he stumbled upon a remarkable discovery in the water. A massive earthworm, unlike any he had seen before. Fascinated rather than frightened, he carefully examined the creature, noting its impressive size. This earthworm was not just large by local standards. It was a prime example of Megascelides australis, commonly known as the giant Gippsland earthworm. These worms are native to Australia, where they inhabit deep, moist soil in undisturbed forested areas. Their massive size can reach up to 3 meters in length, making them one of the longest earthworm species in the world. Barnaby's bold action of using a stick to lift the earthworm out of the water surprised his mother, Jo Dignan, who initially found the creature unsettling. Despite their intimidating appearance, these earthworms are harmless and play a crucial role in aerating and enriching the soil. The presence of such a creature in their garden raised questions. Giant Gippsland earthworms are rarely found near human habitation, preferring deep forest ecosystems with rich organic matter. The mystery of how this specimen ended up on the outskirts of Christchurch remains a topic of curiosity among local biologists and nature enthusiasts alike. Number 8. Space debris. In Monroe County, Georgia, a resident's routine gardening unearthed a mystery that captivated both local authorities and space enthusiasts alike. While tending to his garden, he discovered a charred and partially buried metal object that piqued his curiosity. Upon closer examination, he realized it bore no resemblance to common debris found in gardens or elsewhere. With the help of experts and a community of online sleuths, the object was identified as a segment of the trunk of a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. This particular section serves a critical role in supporting the spacecraft during its ascent into orbit. Typically, these trunks are detached before the Dragon capsule re-enters Earth's atmosphere, where most of its components are expected to burn up upon re-entry. However, occasional pieces like this one survive the fiery journey and return to Earth. The discovery prompted swift action from local authorities, who promptly contacted NASA and SpaceX for verification. Detailed analysis of the materials and construction techniques used in the object left no doubt, It was indeed part of a SpaceX spacecraft. This finding underscored the growing issue of space debris as human activities in space expand. It also highlighted the collaborative efforts between civilian observers, local authorities, and space agencies in monitoring and verifying such discoveries. Number 7. Cold War Shelter. In 2015, John Sims, a Tucson resident with a penchant for local history, made an interesting discovery after purchasing a house from a friend. Intrigued by the property's background, Sims decided to investigate further. Armed with a metal detector, he combed the area and stumbled upon an unexpected find, just 3 feet below ground level. The entrance to a Cold War-era shelter, originally constructed in 1961 by Whitaker Pools. The shelter, once used as a refuge during the tense political climate of the Cold War, had fallen into disrepair over the years, filled with rubble and debris. Undeterred by the initial state of neglect, Sims embarked on a mission to restore and renovate the space. His efforts not only aimed at preserving a piece of local history, but also at transforming the shelter into a livable, functional part of his home. As Sims delved deeper into the shelter's history, he uncovered fascinating details about its construction and purpose. Built with thick concrete walls and equipped with basic amenities for survival, such as ventilation systems and emergency supplies, the shelter stood as a testament to the fears and preparations of its time. Despite the absence of other Cold War memorabilia, Sims remained committed to his vision of creating a unique living space that would honor the shelter's historical significance while serving a practical purpose in the modern world. Number 6. Strange purple substance. Lynn Page and Mike Kulapia woke up one morning to a bizarre sight. A strange purplish substance had fallen from the sky, covering their Schuster Avenue home, deck, driveway, and even their vehicle. They were puzzled, wondering if it could have been an accidental release from an airplane's toilet, given the purple splotches and residue scattered everywhere. Concerned about their health and safety, they were unsure of its origin or composition, creating quite a messy situation in their residence. Speculating on the cause, they hypothesized that perhaps a valve had malfunctioned somewhere, unbeknownst to them. Worried about potential toxins or infections, they sought advice, fearing it might be harmful waste from an airplane passing overhead, en route to Buffalo Niagara International Airport, just a mile away from their home. They were reassured to learn that planes are not permitted to discharge toilet waste mid-flight. Instead, authorities suggested that the unusual phenomenon was likely caused by flocks of birds that had ingested berries containing high levels of pigment. This theory was supported after they shared pictures with the NFTA, Erie County Department of Health, and the NYS Department of Environmental Conservation. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the heart of a quaint countryside, nestled among rolling green hills and golden fields, lived an old farmer named Elias. He tended to his land with weathered hands and a heart filled with stories of seasons past. One crisp autumn morning, as Elias set out to plow his field, his plow struck something solid and unyielding. Curiosity piqued, Elias called upon his neighbors to help unearth the mysterious object. With every shovel of dirt, the shape emerged, a colossal metallic sphere gleaming in the sunlight. Its surface was etched with intricate patterns that seemed to tell a tale of a distant world. News spread like wildfire through the village, drawing crowds eager to witness this enigma from another realm. Speculations swirled. Was it a relic from ancient times, a forgotten artifact, or something far more extraordinary? As days turned into weeks, experts arrived, examining the sphere with fascination. Yet, its secrets remained elusive. Elias, now a reluctant celebrity, found himself swept into a whirlwind of interviews and assumptions. Despite the attention, he remained grounded, his eyes fixed on the mystery that had landed in his backyard. One stormy night, as Elias sat by the sphere, listening to the rain drumming on its surface, a faint hum echoed through the air. Startled, he watched as the sphere began to glow softly, revealing hidden panels that slid open with a whisper. Inside, nestled among a bed of shimmering crystals, lay a message, a greeting in a language unknown, etched in luminous script. Elias, awestruck, realized that this sphere was not just a relic, but a messenger from another world. In time, as the sphere's origins became clearer, Elias chose to preserve its mystery, turning his farm into a sanctuary for those who sought wonder in the unknown. Could Elias's discovery hint at connections between our world and realms beyond our comprehension? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Number 5. Buried Ferrari. The Ferrari Dino 246 GTS, aside from the 1965 Dino Berlinetta special concept that fetched a staggering £4,400,000, stands out as one of the most renowned Ferraris globally. Its fame, however, is matched by its enigmatic past, buried in front of a Los Angeles home, sparking immense curiosity and controversy. Today, Brad Howard drives this 1974 Ferrari daily, a testament not just to its superb handling, but to its incredible tale of resurrection. Howard acquired the car after its surprising discovery in a garden where it had been hidden for years. Despite its tumultuous history, Howard has vowed never to part with it. The saga began when the car was stolen from Rosendo Cruz, a plumber from Alhambra, California, who intended it as a gift for his wife. Sadly, she enjoyed the Ferrari for only about 500 miles before it was stolen again, this time by a valet during a dinner outing with Cruz. The thieves, in a bizarre twist, forgot where they had buried the car, leaving it undiscovered until February 1978, when heavy rains unearthed it in central Los Angeles, near what was once a swimming pool. Howard purchased the Dino shortly after its recovery and entrusted its thorough restoration to Ferrari expert Giuseppe Capolonga. Number 4. Explosive vegetable. During World War II and in subsequent conflicts, unexploded ordnance became a lasting legacy, scattered across former battlefields and areas once occupied by military forces. These UXOs include bombs, shells, mines, and other munitions that, for various reasons, did not detonate upon impact. The United Nations and other organizations estimate that there are still up to 100 million UXOs worldwide, posing risks to communities and environments alike. In Germany, an 81-year-old man recently encountered a striking example of mistaken identity while gardening. As he tended to his plants, he discovered a 15.7-inch long, dark-colored object that initially raised concerns of being a potentially dangerous bomb. With caution in mind, he promptly alerted the authorities, reflecting a prudent response given the potential risks associated with handling such objects. Upon closer inspection by the police, however, the mysterious object turned out to be a surprisingly large zucchini, likely thrown into his garden as a prank or a light-hearted gesture. This unusual incident underscores the ongoing challenges posed by UXOs and the importance of proper identification and handling protocols, even in seemingly peaceful settings. Number 3. Bowling balls. David Olson's discovery of 158 bowling balls in his Norton Shores, Muskegon, Michigan backyard is a fascinating tale of unexpected finds and local history. The balls, all stamped with the Brunswick brand, were uncovered during a routine backyard renovation. Olson, initially anticipating only one ball, was astonished to keep unearthing more as he dug deeper into the ground. The significance of this discovery extends beyond mere numbers. Muskegon holds a notable place in the history of bowling ball manufacturing, thanks to the presence of a Brunswick bowling products facility since 1906. This factory was a hub for producing a wide range of bowling-related items, from balls to pins and lanes. During the 1950s, it was common practice to dispose of damaged or defective bowling balls by giving them away to locals for use as landfill material. Olson's find sheds light on this historical practice, suggesting that these discarded balls were buried and forgotten over time. Despite their historical significance, many of the balls Olson unearthed had suffered damage that rendered them unusable. However, each ball remains a tangible link to Muskegon's industrial past and the legacy of Brunswick bowling products in the area. Olson's discovery not only captured local attention, but also offered a glimpse into the manufacturing and disposal practices of an era gone by, making it a compelling story of hidden treasures and industrial heritage. Number 2. Prehistoric dolphin bones. Paul MacDonald, a 44-year-old father from Stirling, Scotland, was simply digging a swimming pool in his backyard for his kids in 2023. Little did he anticipate that his DIY project would unfold into an astonishing archaeological discovery. MacDonald, who works as an orthopedics medical representative, was using a digger to excavate the pool when he unearthed the skull of a dolphin. Recognizing its distinctive features, long snout and rows of teeth, MacDonald realized he had stumbled upon something extraordinary. The well-preserved bones were found encased in clay, buried approximately 80 centimeters below the surface, and dating back around 8,000 years, a period shortly after the last ice age when the area was submerged under an inland sea. Alongside the dolphin bones, MacDonald also uncovered a broken tool made from a deer antler. This finding suggests that ancient hunter-gatherers, thousands of years ago, used these tools to process dolphin meat for sustenance, a glimpse into early human survival strategies. Naturally, MacDonald may have spared his children the less pleasant details of his remarkable find. Eventually, experts from the National Museum Scotland took charge of safeguarding and conducting further analysis of the dolphin bones. Number 1. Cursed money. In Chicago, a man named John was tending to his garden when he unearthed an astonishing discovery: a stash of $150,000 in cash buried beneath the soil. The unexpected find made headlines, sparking curiosity and speculation among neighbors and local media alike. Tragically, John's elation soon turned to sorrow. Shortly after his discovery, he succumbed to complications from diabetes, leaving behind a legacy overshadowed by the mysterious cash. As news of his passing spread, discussions arose about the rightful ownership of the money. During a community meeting convened to settle the matter, John's neighbor, Mrs. Thompson, made a surprising claim. She recounted how her late mother, who had battled dementia and recently passed away, had harbored a belief that the money was cursed. According to Mrs. Thompson, her mother had disposed of the cash to rid herself of the perceived curse, a story that garnered sympathy and support from those present. In a twist that added further interest to the saga, Mrs. Thompson was ultimately awarded the majority of the discovered funds. However, the story did not end there. Just days after the meeting, John's elderly father, who was set to receive a smaller portion of the money as a finder's fee, suffered a sudden and severe cardiac arrest. He was rushed to the hospital, where he fought for his life in critical condition. Out of all these incredible backyard discoveries of massive objects, which one fascinates you the most? Let us have your opinions in the comment below.